Hello guys, Psycho here. Today we're gonna look at my stamina build. So obviously you're gonna need a lot of proficiency when you do this build. I'm gonna show you my stats. Obviously my stats is, over the top. So I'm level 86 now. I'm on New Game Plus. And yes, this build can be done in before New Game Plus and all that shit. You could do this as early as you on a crevice almost. Uh, so first off, let's look at my stats, and then let's look at all those attributes and the stamina damage increase. So first, let's look at stamina damage increase, 66%, and obviously I can get this to almost 100 if we wanted to, easily. Uh, I think we get to 80 or something, but that's not what we're looking at. Then we have the damage increase, it's 26%. Then we got the damage multiplier on 45%, is insane. Then we got received damage decrease, 12%. 50% damage chance for damage decrease, 30%. And that's, you know, it's gonna be really good for survivability. Health recovery is from the redstones, it shows either XP or health recovery. I choose for two times health recovery because it's still an increase in survivability. Then we got critical receive and critical dodge, which are trash. We don't need to look at them. Then we get the confront stamina damage and confront damage increase, which is another increase in the stamina damage, which is 5 more. Every time you fight a boss that's Zulu or any enemy that's Zulu, you have that 5% and that 10% in confront. Then we got so how will you start building this build? Because you can do this build as early as you're a crevice, I think. Not exactly. Obviously, there are two parts that unlocks later in the game, which you can't do, which you can change them out. I'm not gonna like change them out for something else. And I don't know if you care that much about frontal attack, but you can change it out for deep sea or whatever it's called, deep sea shadow set for this build, and get frontal attack damage 15%, which you can combine with the phantom that gives you 50%, which is 40% frontal damage. Which is insane. I'm gonna make a frontal build later on. But the stats you want to start up with is what I always say: proficiency if you play spear, proficiency if you play greatsword. Yes, you're gonna go with the same on greatsword. I have tested greatsword and it's gear based with proficiency. But what you want to do is get at the start of the game, get your proficiency to 20, get your vitality to 20, strength to 20. Then once you're at that point, you go to the next step. First you go farm. I don't know which area you wanna farm in, but for me, I started farming the area where you fight the axe guy in the snow place where there's a hole where there's two other guys. I started farming there until I had two stats at 20, which was vitality and proficiency. Once I had those stats at 20, I move on to the next area, but I could easily continue to farm there. I get my strength to 22 because I'm that crazy in farming. But then you move to the next area, which area that, whatever that is one of my videos, and that probably is the Phantom, Blade Phantom that you wanna farm for a few hours and get that strength to that vitality 20. And then once you've done that, you want to continue to farm, either if you have the energy to farm that much, proficiency to all the way to 50. That's crazy, yes, I know. But you want to get that to 50. And once you have that at 50, this when this beer gonna start being great. Actually pretty good. Insanely good. So at 50 and 2020, you're gonna have probably weight around 60. That's when you're gonna do another farm. The Sword Maiden, I forget what her name is. Fucking the one that you have to kill Whatever, you know which one it is. Uh, Actually, yeah, you know which one it is. And once you kill her a few times, you find XP from her because she's so easy. And if you're having a hard time with her, so you might not want to use Phantom, but if you have a hard time with her and you don't know how to farm her, Zulu, do her with the Phantom. That way, its fight can be extremely easy because your Phantom will actually help you stun her so much, in fact, that she won't be able to do anything. And I tried it a lot of times, and she was stunned the whole. Once I got to stun the whole time, like she didn't have the time to do anything in the game, and with the Phantom with you, so you can farm her. You get for 25k, I think, 30k or something with the bar set, and you farm her until you have 50 on proficiency. Then you farm her to continue to farm her until you get strength to 30, 35, and vitality to 30, like I have there, 31. Once you've done that, your set should be ready. Your build should be done. All you need to now is to get the gear pieces that I have, and yes, they can look goofy on my character, but in New Game Plus you can transmog. I know that's crazy why they did have that in the normal game. I don't know. So the gear pieces you wanna have is Crash Dreams and Crash Dreams Waist or is it leg? I don't know. Waist legs. Which gives you confront 10% damage. Then you want the radiant set, the leg or the feet and the headpiece. First off, the feet are kind of trash, resist stamina, damage decrease 3%. So remember, this is New Game Plus gear, and you won't be having epic gear in New Game Plus. So you will have unique gear, so you won't have that fixed attribute on your gear. So remember that. So you won't have any of these fixed attributes on your gear. So remember that when you do unique gear, and you're gonna rely a little more on getting stamina on your gear, like I have here. First off, you don't need stamina on your weapon, but if you really do, I recommend taking out the attack damage. I know the attack damage is insane, like it's a lot of damage. Either you take out the attack damage or damage increase. Don't take out the multiplier. Multiplier is insane. I can show you the build in combat later after we're done talking about the build. And also we got the equestrian spear with the fixed stat, which bring guard damage increase for 10 seconds for 4% max attack 5 times, so it's 25% more damage increase. This spear is insane. But remember, the spear, you if you really want stamina on your spear, stamina damage, either take out the damage increase or the attack damage. Leave the multiplier. Okay, and then once you go for Radiant Guardian, so the reason we're using this set is for New Game Plus, but this works. I did it in my other character, but unique gear. It's insanely good. Actually, I think it's so power as fuck. So, you know. What you want to do is get damage increase, stamina damage increase, and defense. You can change out defense whatever you want. You don't need defense. Trust me, you don't need it. But I always get defense because it's extra survivability. You won't die as easy, but more defense. And then we got the execution set. So we got 2 pieces of the execution here, which gives you stamina damage increase 15%, and that's insane, really insane. What you could do, actually no, don't worry about it. Don't think just my head. I have another build already in my head, but don't worry about it. Random attribute should not be critical. Receive stamina. I got that. I tried to change it to the HP or stamina. Either HP or stamina is what you want on the stomach and the waist. As I got here max health, max stamina. You want the same on here, and the reason is because the more stamina, the more attacks you could do, the more HP, the more health you have, more survivability. Defense, and get defense on both of these two because survivability. And the hand, you want stamina, actually not stamina, you should share stamina, damage increase, and damage multiplier. And if there is something else you want, like that you want for your build, you can either show stamina or stamina recovery. I recommend those two. And then for the leg, we got to see damage decrease, damage multiplier increase, and max stamina. And yes, I'm gonna change out the max stamina, obviously. Either that or damage received. But I think damage received is so much better than max stamina. So I'd rather change out max stamina and see if we can get the attack on our gear piece there. Attack multiplier, we already have that, but we want the damage increase on this piece here if you can get that. And it's this is so good and OP. So, and then we got the necklace of the bamboo, which is the damage decrease for 30%. With the other piece we have, with the ones we have already with the 12% decrease in damage, we got now almost 50% damage decrease for attacks, which is insane. And you know, it's so good, these pieces, armor pieces here. And yes, you want damage multiplier, receive damage decrease, and attack damage. Again, you can change receive damage decrease to whatever you want. I just take damage decrease because the more survivability. Here is the damage increase and attack damage with great stats like 86 and 72 on these two, and defense. You obviously don't need defense. You can get whatever you feel like fits your self better, so don't worry about that. I go probably change out defense to either if I get high defense or if I get something else. I'm not sure what I need to make this be that much better. And we obviously got attack and damage increase. So also, if we go talk about New Game Plus and fix it, the reason we have this build is because the stamina increase and fixed attribute here. And on this one we got fixed more damage multiplier, confront stamina damage decrease, increase. And we got receive stamina damage decrease, which this is the only thing we could get here that's doing something okay for us. So that's why we took the defeat here. Then we get stamina recovery on these two. And we get bring guard damage increase for 10 seconds, 4%, 5 times stacks. So this build is so good. Like, it does so much damage. I mean, this build is crazy. And obviously we can look here, but we obviously have the same as before on my other builds. Obviously when I go for the whole moon, swift moonlight here, get everything. Once you've done that, you get all of these and these. All of this impotent. Once you've done that, you wanna go and get is it the chest rate? No, yes, maybe. No, it's not the chest rate. Obviously it's trance. So you wanna get the whole trance as early. After you get the potent tree, you want to get trance. Once you have trance, it will increase your attack damage for a few seconds. uh, and it's really good. Like it's like a 20% increase, something like that, in attack damage. This one is trash. Never use this. You just delete this. Worst skill in the game. Don't ever use this. Delete this when you build instantly. It's so shit. Uh, it destroys your combo if you have this on. Because every time you press triangle after a combo, he will do this kick with triangle, which stops you from doing your charge attack, which you want to use after your combo. So don't use this. And if somebody says this is the best skill or something, then they're lying. They don't know anything about spear builds. Shadow Reversal though is way better if you want another build for your triangle, another attack for your triangle that does something, because these will push the enemy behind you, and he will have his back open to you, and that way because you're attacking on his back, you do increased damage. I think it's like 10-20% damage increase on the back, and that's how you're gonna do your brute attack. Always go for the back. Then we get all these. Then once you've done that, you wanna get this one here. It's really good and fun to use, and it gives you a boost to attack, I think, and defense. Then you wanna get the GT, decrease the cost of touching. Then you wanna get these two up here. Then once you've done that, you wanna get the whole brutal tree almost. And once you've done that, you want to go here and get all of these. You get all of these here too. Like, why not just get all of them? Who cares? And let's get all of them. Who cares really? Just get just get this while you add it too. Okay, good. Okay, so the tree is complete, and now let's go for a phantom. Phantom ability, you wanna get either the ghost stamina or the dodge stamina. Why? Because every time you perform a perfect dodge, you get stacked in damage with this one, up to 5 times, so that's 25% more damage. And if you do the same with this, but you guard instead, you get stamina damage. And you can get this up to 5%, 5 times in a stack, which means that you have 25% in increase in stamina damage. So that will add on top of those 60. We have 66. So with 25 there we have 89% something in stamina damage. Which means you need to destroy stamina on all enemies. Doesn't really matter. So you can use those, but if you think like you're lacking in stamina or damage, you can either get stamina recovery or the frontal assault one. The only reason I'm not using the frontal assault is because you need to attack in front and you need to do combos. Otherwise the frontal assault damage increase doesn't work. You can't do like one attack. I think you get the front assault. You need to actually do a combo of 3 attacks on your swift attack, or combos with swift and triangle attacks. Otherwise the frontal assault damage doesn't work. This is more for speedy attacks, and if you're gonna use this, you need to stay in front all the time. You can't go behind and do like brute attack. You're gonna have to use brute attack as a combo. Otherwise this won't increase the damage on the brute attack. So that's why I'm not using this one right now, because this one won't do anything unless you do a combo. So what you want to do is a full combo on a brute attack before the brute attack ends. You want to do like 3 hits and then fastly press ring. That way you're gonna get that 15% increase in attack to brute 2, and it's insane once you set up. Sorry about that. You can also get this. If you get this, you get 25% more damage, and it's really good. You could get the first one too. I mean, stamina. Always good to extra stamina on you. Uh, you will lose a lot of damage and stamina damage, but if you're early in the game and you're gonna do this build, you might wanna go for this guy because will have more stamina. Because you're only gonna you're gonna be heavy in weight, so might want to increase in stamina so that you can recover faster for the build until you have leveled up your stat to the point where I told you to in early in the video. And then you want to look at Khazan memories. I haven't found this at all, but what you want to do is always do this because you might have missed some points. But what you want to do is upgrade stamina damage and then apply first. Then you take this last. I always say that multiply is better than damage increase, but they are like 2 to 2, like they are like meant to work together with each other. So what you want to do is always have damage increase and multiply close to each other as possible, so that they get benefit from both of them together. And so damage, this one is always good. It's gonna always be good. So get the stamina damage and the multiplier here because it's hard to get multiplier on gear pieces. So then you get this last, which this way is on the lowest of mine. I think that's good. my fucking throat is tingling, man. Anything else? I don't think we need to look at anything else. Should we test out the build? Man, my throat starts tingling a lot. Man, I've been talking a lot the last few days, so what we gonna do, and since I'm New Game Plus, I haven't unlocked lake areas, so I can show the build there. So let's see how the build works. Sorry about that. I just had to take some water. And let's continue on. Let's see how this works out in combat against the boss. And yes, I suck at guarding. And as you can see, I suck so bad at guarding in this game. As you can see, the damage is insane. This without powering up. Obviously he's gonna dodge. And as you can see, the bosses are insane on New Game Plus. they can one tap you in your game plus. So if you die, don't worry about it. Um, so let's try and get that stamina going. Ow. Bro, his attack's so delayed, it's so annoying. Finally he's down. As you can see, the build was great. It's just me sucking at games, so you should probably not look at my build. But that's how build works, guys. I hope it helps you out. My throat sucks right now. I hope this helped out. God damn it. And I hope you had a good time, guys. So go out.